Good day and welcome. You're watching Sint Maarten NEWSDESK, where we bring you the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond. With your anchor crew, Alston Lawrence, Glenda York, Tiziana Hart, and Mizzy with the Sunshine Report. This broadcast is brought to you by TV15 and proudly produced by Great Bay Media Studios in Phillipsburg, Sint Maarten. And now, let's jump straight into today's top headlines.
Police recover stolen vehicle after dangerous chase. The police force is searching for a suspect following a series of incidents that ended with a dangerous vehicle and foot pursuit on Wednesday night. Police say the investigation began after a white Suzuki Jimny was reported stolen from Coal Bay. Later that evening, officers responded to a report of shoplifting at a supermarket in Middle Region, where employees identified a repeat offender who allegedly threatened staff during previous incidents. While at the scene, officers spotted the suspect driving the stolen vehicle and attempted to make an arrest. Police say the suspect fled through Dutch Quarter, driving recklessly, colliding with another vehicle and damaging a police vehicle during the chase. The pursuit ended in the Garden of Eden area, where the suspect abandoned the stolen vehicle and escaped on foot. During the chase, officers discharged a warning shot in accordance with police procedures, but the suspect managed to evade capture. Police recovered the stolen vehicle and seized items believed to belong to the suspect. The investigation remains ongoing, and anyone with information is urged to contact the police force or call the anonymous tip line at 9300. Themis case hearing set for August 10th. The Court of Justice has announced that the first pro forma hearing in the Themis criminal investigation involving suspect Sharandi A.Q. will take place on Monday, August 10th. The hearing will be held in the high-security courtroom at the Penitentiary Institute in Vught, the Netherlands, beginning at 8 a.m. Sint Maarten and Curaçao time. Members of the public can follow the proceedings live via video link at the courthouse in Sint Maarten in Phillipsburg or Casti Corta in Curaçao with no prior registration required. The Themis investigation is a long-running probe into a suspected criminal organization believed to be involved in murder, large-scale narcotics trafficking, and money laundering in both Curaçao and Sint Maarten. Several suspects have already been convicted, while authorities say the investigation remains active and additional arrests have not been ruled out. Public Health Inspector discusses reform efforts. The Department of Communication has announced a new edition of Inside Government featuring Interim Inspector General Dr. Joe Akala, who provides an update on reforms at the Inspectorate of Public Health, Social Development and Labor, or IVSA. During the interview, Dr. Akala discusses the Inspectorate's responsibilities for public health, food safety, labor standards, health oversight, and workplace compliance, while outlining efforts to modernize the organization. He says a reform program launched in November 2025 with support from the Temporary Work Organization is focused on improving operations, strengthening enforcement, updating legislation, and increasing the Inspectorate's independence and efficiency. While acknowledging staffing challenges, Dr. Akala says the Inspectorate continues to investigate complaints, enforce regulations, and work with partner agencies to protect workers, patients, and the wider community. The interview premieres on SXM Gov Radio 107.9 FM and the Government of St. Maarten's Facebook and YouTube channels on Friday, today, July 31st at 8 p.m.
Hello, my people. My name is Glenda York of Sit, Sip and Chat and Moms in Paradise podcast. You can find us on TV15 Sint Maarten, TVC St. Kitts, and on YouTube. Reporting from Great Bay Media Studios in St. Martin, your NEWSDESK feature story is coming up. But first, here is Mizzy with the Sunshine Report.
Hey there, it's Mizzy with the Sunshine Report, straight out of Sunshine City, St. Martin, bringing you the warmth and the sunshine you need to kickstart your day. So let's dive into the forecast and see how the skies are treating us.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every life, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to road.
Welcome to the BTP Cybercrime Awareness video. What is cybercrime? Cybercrime is any illegal activity that uses computers, smartphones, or the internet to harm people, steal information, or cause damage. Now, how to protect yourself. First, use strong passwords. Also, keep your devices and antivirus software updated. Enable two-factor authentication. Research before sending money. Use trusted platforms. Log out of accounts on shared/public devices. Scan the QR code for more tips. Stay alert. Stay secure.
Sint Maarten Development Fund opens applications for Youth Leadership Program. The Sint Maarten Development Fund is inviting young adults between the ages of 18 and 30 to apply for the second cohort of its Young Minds Big Ideas program. The initiative gives participants the opportunity to design and lead a community project with guidance from mentors while developing leadership, teamwork, and project management skills. Last year's group created the Bush Tea Garden at the White and Yellow Cross Care Foundation, bringing together young people and senior residents through sustainable gardening and food production. SMDF Managing Director Makisha Brooks says the program is about empowering young people to turn their ideas into meaningful projects that make a positive impact in the community. Applications are until Friday, August 21st, and interested young adults can apply through SMDF website or contact the organization for more information. University of St. Maarten holds placement testing this weekend. The University of St. Maarten is reminding new and returning students that placement testing will take place Friday, July 31st and Saturday, August 1st at the USM campus. The assessments are required for students entering degree programs, certain continuing education program courses, and individual classes with prerequisite requirements. The test also determines students' readiness and ensure they are placed in the appropriate courses. Students who have already registered are asked to arrive on time with a valid form of identification. Those who missed an earlier testing session or have not yet registered are encouraged to contact the USM admissions office immediately to avoid delays in course registration. University officials say anyone who is unsure whether they need to complete a placement test should contact the admissions office for guidance before the start of the new academic term. CPS advises caution as sargassum returns to St. Maarten shores. The Collective Prevention Services, or CPS, is urging residents and visitors to take health precautions as seasonal sargassum seaweed continues to wash ashore alongside parts of St. Maarten. Health officials say while sargassum is a natural part of the marine environment, large accumulations can release hydrogen sulfide gas as the seaweed decomposes, producing a strong odor and potentially causing headaches, eye and throat irritation, coughing, nausea, and breathing difficulties. People with asthma, allergies, or other respiratory conditions, as well as young children, older adults, and pregnant women are advised to limit exposure to affected areas. CPS recommends avoiding beaches with heavy sargassum buildup, keeping doors and windows closed if living near impacted coastlines, and seeking medical attention if symptoms become severe or persistent.
Hey there, I'm Venicia Herbert, and welcome to the Community Billboard. This is your space where the people, places, and heartbeat of the St. Maarten community get to speak for themselves. Whether it's an event worth showing up for, a business worth knowing about, or a cause worth caring about, you'll hear it right here. So, settle in, because what's coming up next just might be exactly what you've been looking for. Welcome to the NEWSDESK Community Billboard.
Heavy sweating, weakness, dizziness, headache, nausea. A fast heartbeat may be signs of heat exhaustion. Move the person to a cool or shaded area, loosen clothing, and help them cool down. Confusion, fainting, seizures, or very hot skin may signal heat stroke. Call emergency services immediately. Know the warning signs and act quickly. A message from Collective Prevention Services within the Ministry of Public Health, Social Development, and Labor.
To be part of our mailing list, send an email to newsdesksxm@gmail.com.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger licking good.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every laugh, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to roll. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to roll.
Welcome to the BTP Cybercrime Awareness video. What is cybercrime? Cybercrime is any illegal activity that uses computers, smartphones, or the internet to harm people, steal information, or cause damage. Now, how to protect yourself. First, use strong passwords. Also, keep your devices and antivirus software updated. Enable two-factor authentication. Research before sending money. Use trusted platforms. Log out of accounts on shared/public devices. Scan the QR code for more tips. Stay alert. Stay secure.
Before we wrap up, we take a moment each day to check in with our neighbors across the region. There's always a story worth paying attention to. Here's today's regional headline.
Statia government says GTI oil spill posed no public risk. The government of St. Statia says there is no risk to the public following an oil spill at the Statia terminals, known as GTI, on July 21st. According to officials, the island's emergency response team and emergency operations center assessed the incident after receiving notification and confirmed that the spill was contained within the facility. Government authorities say there was no impact on public health, air quality, the marine environment, or surrounding nature, and no protective measures were required for residents. The government says it is issuing the statement to address public concerns and counter unverified information circulated about the incident. Monitoring will continue in coordination with the Human Environment and Transport Inspectorate and the Dutch Ministry of Infrastructure and Water Management. Officials added that, as the incident occurred at a privately operated facility, GTI is responsible for providing further details about its operations and the incident. Here's a quick fact. Emergency response protocols for industrial facilities are designed to rapidly contain spills and assess any potential impact on nearby communities and the environment before broader public action is required.
Welcome back. Each day, we take a moment to go beyond the headlines and look deeper into the issues, people, and conversations shaping life here on St. Maarten. Welcome to today's NEWSDESK feature.
As July comes to an end, St. Maarten and the surrounding islands experience a month of major achievements, institutional reform, public safety concerns, and renewed regional participation. Healthcare remained one of the strongest areas of progress. The Sint Maarten Medical Center launched its new SMGH website as part of the transition to the Sint Maarten General Hospital and published its 2025 annual report with a clean audit opinion. The hospital also reported that 4 patients received successful kidney transplants, 8 were placed on the Eurotransplant waiting list, and another 20 were undergoing screening. Sint Maarten Medical Center credited its 425 employees for helping the institution maintain its upward trajectory. Public administration, however, faced renewed scrutiny. The Ombudsman reported receiving 346 complaints and requests for assistance in 2025. 40 38 became formal investigations, with Vromi and Justice accounting for 33 cases, nearly 7 out of every 10. Vromi recorded 21 formal investigations, more than double the previous year. The Ombudsman issued 67 recommendations, while 46 investigations remain open at the end of 2025. Concerns included delayed permits, immigration backlogs, weak enforcement, poor coordination, and court verdicts that could not be executed because of limited prison capacity. Crime and public safety also remained in focus. Police pursued a suspect accused of stealing a vehicle in Cold Bay and shoplifting in Mill Region. The chase continued through Dutch Quarter before the suspect abandoned the vehicle in Garden of Eden and escaped on foot. The courts also announced an August hearing in the Themis investigation, which targets a suspected criminal organization linked to murder, large-scale narcotics trafficking, and money laundering in Sint Maarten and Curaçao. Several suspects have already been convicted, and authorities have not ruled out additional arrest. Young people delivered some of July's most encouraging stories. 3 Learning Unlimited students became the first team from a Sint Maarten school to win the Central Bank's Best Economic Research Award. The competition received 19 valid submissions, with their paper examining tourism dependence and economic vulnerability in small island states. The Sint Maarten Development Fund again opened applications for a second Young Minds Big Ideas cohort, while Dada students represented the island through performances and cultural activities in the Netherlands. USM also prepared new students for the academic year through placement testing, and sports officials prepared Team St. Maarten for its return to the Central American and Caribbean Games, while building relationships with a regional sports network representing more than 35 countries and territories. Environmental and public health concerns were also prominent. New climate scenarios for 2050 and 2100 were released alongside an interactive planning tool. CPS warned residents about decomposing sargassum, encouraged hepatitis testing, and reminded the public that early detection can prevent serious liver disease. Across the region, Anguilla opened its summer festival. Children in Saba learned the art of living statue performances, and Statia authorities confirmed that no oil spill at the GTI terminal was contained without danger to the public. July was a month of progress and promise, but also a reminder that achievement must be matched by accountability, public safety, and institutions capable of delivering for the people.
That's all the time we have for today's edition of Sint Maarten NewsDesk. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every weekday at 8 a.m. on TV15 and across all our social media platforms. From all of us here at NewsDesk, we wish you a fantastic week ahead. Until next time, stay friendly, Sint Maarten.